Everyone, I am the Cadet Rito P. Magyo Jr. So we are the Group 3 presenters. So let me introduce to you the presenters for today. So we have the Cadet Macapobre, the Cadet Manto, the Cadet Navaja, the Cadet Ozon, the Cadet Pitalcorin, the Cadet Kenes, and lastly the Cadet Rios. So our topic, it is to determine how to utilize the ECD settings and to determine the importance of keeping safe distance for the safety of navigation. And our objectives is to be able to discuss the importance of keeping safe distance and on how to utilize the ECD settings. So next slide.
So ECDIS has become the essentials tool for watchkeeping officers on ships. Navigating a ship with an ECDIS is fundamentally different from navigating with paper charts. It is important that the masters, navigating officers, and ship owners are aware of the benefits of managing the chart, display safety settings, and alarm system of ECDIS. So ECDIS-equipped vessels have been involved in a number of groundings which may have been avoided had it not been for failures and the setup and use of ECDIS safety settings. And alarm systems in appropriate settings are likely to render to the safety contour alarms meaningless. So the use of ECDIS safety settings has often been overlooked by navigating officers due to either ignorance or insufficient knowledge. Deck officers may be unfamiliar with the setup and the use of ECDIS, so alarms, thereby increasing the risk of grounding in shallow waters and causing other unwanted situations.
So good day, the Cadet Rios. So let's proceed to the safety settings of ECDIS. So the appropriate safety settings are of paramount importance for ECDIS display. So these settings control how the ECDIS present the deep information, making it easier to visualize areas of water that are safe for the vessel to navigate and not safe for the vessel to navigate. So in order to use the ECDIS safety settings, first we need to go to the main menu and select the chart display. The next, select the main tab to display it. So after we select the chart display, we can be able to set the settings of the ECDIS such as shallow contour, safety deep, safety contour, and etc. So the safety contour is the most important parameter of all the safety settings for the display of unsafe water areas. So detecting isolated dangers and triggering anti-grounding alarms. So the safety contour is basically an outline which marks the division between safe and unsafe waters. So the color blue is used to indicate the unsafe areas, while white or gray for the safe areas. So the default safety contour is not specified by the mariner, is set to 30 meters. So in order to know the safety contour of our vessel, we should use this formula. Safety contour equals ship's draft plus squat plus UKC minus height of tide.
Safety depth settings. The sole purpose of the safety depth is to portray spot soundings either in gray for deeper depths or black for shallower depths compared to the safety depth value entered by the navigating officer, thereby highlighting the potentially safe and unsafe areas. The safety depth value has no effect on alarms or any other aspect of ECDIS. Safety depth is normally the ship's draft plus squat. And why do we need to indicate safety depth when a safety contour can distinguish between safe and dangerous waters? It's also appropriate to set safety depth to the same values as safety contour, because they are deeper than the safety depth specified by the mariner, yet shallower than the safety contour picked by ECDIS. Some soundings on the shoulder side of the safety contour will be gray. Depths below the safety contour are not necessarily impossible. If the safety depth and safety contour are both set to 11 meters, the ECDIS will emphasize the depth contour that is equal to or deeper than the selected contour, say 20 meters, whichever is available in the ENC. As a result, water depths of 11 to 20 meters are navigable. However, they are below the safety contour. If the ship needs to cross the safety contour, this gives the mariner more information on where the ship can pass safely. An alarm will still sound. This could provide you more room to maneuver in tight spaces where there are safe depths. There is also a possibility that depths shallower than the safety depth may exist. At one point in the navigable waters, safety depth setting will then highlight this danger, because appropriate safety settings are of paramount importance for ECDIS display. These settings control how the ECDIS presents depth information, making it easier to visualize areas of water that are safe for the vessel to navigate in from those which are not.
Zone of confidence CATZOC. So in calculating safety depth, it is also important to consider CATZOC features or zone of confidence. So we should be aware that much of the survey data displayed on ENC derives from data that is many years old and hence cannot be relied upon completely for its authenticity. So ZOC is used to determine the accuracy of the underlying hydrographic data. So this is available in 6 categories. So it enables the mariner to make sensible decision on the degree of reliance to place on the chart when planning a passageway of conducting navigation. So in this figure, this is the CATZOC category B. So let us consider an example. So ship drop is 7.7 meter, squat is 1 meter, effective drop is 8.7 meter. So required company of UKC is 10% of the deepest draft, which is 0.87, approximately of 0.9 meter. So thus we see that the total of safety depth required complying with company UKC policy is 9.6 meter. Safety depth value can be set as 10 meter. However, we haven't yet considered the depth accuracy as per ZOC. Let us consider the CATZOC in this area is category B, so which implies there can be an error of 1 meter plus 2% of depth equals in 1.2 meter. So therefore, if CATZOC error is allowed, the minimum depth required would be 10 meter plus 1.2 meter equals 11.2 meter. So a safety depth cannot be entered in decimals in this. So we can enter 12 meter as safety depth. During passage planning, it is essential that CATZOC is displayed and noted for all stages of the voyage. So next.
My topic is all about the shallow contour. Shallow contour highlights the gradients of the seabed. It is considered to the grounding depth. This is a depth below which the ship will definitely go aground. This value can be set equal to the ship draft. Therefore, if ship draft is 7.7 m, shallow contour value can be set as 8 m. The ECDIS will then display the next depth contour available in ENC. All the areas between the 0 m depth and the shallow contour is therefore not navigable at all the appears hatch. So that's all my report. Thank you.
Hey guys, I am Cadet Makapobre and I will going to continue the report. So, deep water contour setting. This is normally set to twice the ship's draft. However, navigating officers can use deep water contour value the way they want. So, this deep contour, it indicates the limit of sea area where shallow water effects occur that can affect a vessel. It should be estimated twice or four times the draught of vessel, depending on the deep of water available. And we should always remember that the navigating officer can use the deep water contour value the way they want. That's all. The next slide will be reported by Cadet Vital Corin.
Good day, I am Cadet Vital Corin and I am the reporter of this. So this also gives the option of simple to color shading. In this situation, light blue and deep blue will merge into a single blue color, and while gray and white will merge to single white color. If the value of the safety contour is changed, the boundary between two depth shades changes accordingly. So two depth shades can be used during nighttime with caution to reduce the contrast difference between adjacent depth area.